My name is Tiver le Voyageur, also known as Rob MALO, and we're here at beautiful Fort Gibraltar. I'm hoping to be able to tell you a good story, une belle histoire de mes peuples. I'm French Canadian and Métis, and this is a symbol of both those people. This is a ceinture fléchée, and my Métis elders told me that if I'm going to tell any kind of story, I better be wearing it. So I'm going to put it on before I get going. Now the ceinture is a very long garment made out of la laine, which is wool from sheep. And when you put it nice and tight, well, you don't need a knot. It'll hold itself up just like that. And it'll protect you from, well, hernias and backaches when carrying heavy loads as a voyageur. But today, I hope to tell you a story. Une histoire, a story of something that pretty much every Manitoban doesn't like. Yeah, I'm talking of, mosquitoes. Yeah, les moustiques. I haven't met anybody who likes a mosquito yet. And this legend explains where they come from. See, a long time ago, before there were people on the land, there were giants. And the giants, well, they walked everywhere and they built things. They planted the trees, they dug out the lakes and the rivers, and, well, there was one giant who was especially mean. And there was a time when humans and giants lived on the same land, and that mean giant, well, he'd go around and scoop people up and eat them. C'est pas bon ça, hein? Tu veux pas un géant qui mange ton peuple, hein? So there was one warrior who decided, I will take care of this giant problem. And he decided to leave his village without even a weapon in hand. Lui-même, il a dit qu'il était pour protéger tout le monde. He was gonna save everybody from this giant blight. Well, at first he had to find this giant. And finding giant tracks is not hard. He saw the tracks in the soft prairie and followed them all the way to the forest. Dans la forêt, he found a house. Not a big house, but it was a giant's house. It was massive by his standards, but for a giant, it was quite a nice little place. Now it was evident that the giant was not home. So the warrior came up with a plan. He laid down in front of the door, acting as if he was dead. Et géant est revenu. That giant did come back home. And when he got home, he saw the warrior lying there in front of his house. Oh, those humans, they make life easy. I don't even need to hunt them anymore. They come and die at my doorstep. The giant laughed. He picked up the human, put him up on his shoulder, and brought him inside. He was going to cook him, but there was no wood. Pas de bois pour le feu. No wood for the fire. So the giant laid down the human, put him on the table, and went outside to go cut some wood. This gave our warrior a chance. He started looking around. Il a trouvé un couteau. He found a paring knife. But it was a giant's paring knife. It was a huge knife, the size of a sword. And, well, he got ready by the doorway, waiting for the giant to show up, sword in hand. And the giant did come back home. His hands were filled with wood. Boom, boom, boom. You could hear him coming. And then the giant kicked open the door, which gave the human a chance. Because I bet you didn't know, des géants, leur cœur, their hearts aren't here. Leurs cœurs sont ici, in their ankle. That's right. And the warrior, he knew this, and he took the sword and right into the heart of the giant. He stabbed him in the ankle. The giant fell back. Humans! You've killed me, but I will get my revenge, he screams. Oh la 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 la. Giant's revenge, that's a dangerous thing. So our warrior did what he could. He cut up the giant in little pieces. He built a fire. He burnt the giant into ash. So there was just that dark gray ash left at the bottom of the pit. And it was morning by then. And that's when the wind blew. Le vent soufflait. And it picked up the ash and... Attends a minute. What is this? The ash. The ash had changed. had turned into mosquitoes. And now, instead of having one great big giant that eats us all the time, we have a million and billions of tiny little giants that eat us all the time. And that's where mosquitoes come from.